Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another OCA Media broadcast, this time of the regional final, WIAA regional final, between the Oregon Panthers and the Mukwonago Indians. We'll have our announcers coming along in just a few minutes here, but just want to let you know that this exclusive broadcast of Panther Soccer is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. So like I said, we'll have our announcers come back in just a few minutes here. So stay tuned.
Huntoon Field for tonight's WIAA regional final matchup between the visiting Indians from Mukwonago High School and your Oregon Panthers. Mukwonago High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Accordingly, we request your cooperation by supporting tonight's participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of tonight's competition. On behalf of Oregon Sports Administrator Brittany Spencer-Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's match in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. At this time, would you please rise if able, remove your hats, and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, we know who that is? Oh, we just maybe. You never know. Lucy, by the dawn's early light, was so proud when we hailed on the twilight's last gleaming, whose cross stripes and bright stars through the perilous night. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare from bursting in air gave proof through broad night that the flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's go.
In that same spirit of positive sportsmanship, please also join me in welcoming tonight's officiating crew. Gentlemen, thank you for being here this evening and affording these athletes a chance to compete. As always, trusted scoreboard operator Mike Stotts in the booth, joined by spotter Ryan Steele. And now tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Indians of Mukwonago. A senior, number 2, Sophia Matrice. Number 4, a senior, Ella Chitwood. A freshman, number 8, Lilia Bush. Number 10, a junior, Stella Kircher. A freshman, number 11, Maddie Arnold. Junior, number 12, Ava Ketterhagen. A senior, double 0, Cassandra Gard. Freshman, number 17, Lily Carmen. A junior, number 19, Courtney Pampush. Number 22, a freshman, Isabel Winter. And finally, number 23, junior, Lily Jasinski. Mukwonago is coached by Rob Blasco, assisted by Shiano De Leon, Michael Highland, and Amanda Stack. And now the starting lineup for your Oregon Panthers. In goal, a junior, number 0, Reese McCabe. Senior captain, number 2, Addison Worth. A sophomore, number 4, Maya Maloney. Senior, number 5, Mackenzie Bijak. A junior captain, number 7, Ava Butzik. Freshman, number 8, Jalen Jones. A senior, number 10, Madeline Moorhoff. Number 15, a freshman, Amaria Dirks. Sophomore, number 19, Kylie Steele. Number 21, sophomore, Reese Richardson. And finally, senior captain, number 23, Summer Steele. Oregon is coached by Chris Mitchell, assisted by Matt Altman.
Welcome, soccer fans. OCA Media is proud to bring you this exciting Panther soccer match tonight live from Huntoon Field as the Oregon Panthers take on the Mukwonago Indians in this regional final matchup for the WIA playoffs. I'm Jeff Rohrer along with Hayden Lohrentz, and we'll be bringing you all of tonight's exciting action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. This exclusive broadcast of Panther Sports is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, and culture and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. Hayden, bring us up to speed on what's going on here as we're just about getting ready to play with the Panthers going from right to left in black and Mukwonago left to right in white.
Yeah, we got a great matchup here tonight with Mukwonago and Oregon, and both of these teams very experienced teams in the winning category. Oregon 14-3-1 coming into this game, and Mukwonago 11-5-3, so both teams with a very solid winning record. And at this moment in the season, records don't really matter. It just matters how you play on the day of your game. And that's exactly what Mukwonago did as the 8 seed beating Sun Prairie East, the 9 seed, in their regional semifinal. And here is Addison Worth.
Right out of the gate with a great pass. That was Reese Richardson working hard to win that ball. Put it over to Addie Worth, and she gets the first shot on goal just seconds into the game.
Yeah, didn't even get through the intro before Oregon almost pounces on a opportunity there, and that's exactly what they did against La Follette in their 12-0 win in the regional semifinal to get to this game. Scored in 13 seconds.
Absolutely. Almost had another one there. Richardson now fighting for possession of that ball. This is going to be brought down by Moorhoff. She's going to look for Worth, not able to get it through the D. Mukwonago looks to be pretty well collected, but that's picked off by Maya Maloney. Maloney fighting hard. It's going to go back. It's going to find Bijak. Bijak back to Maloney. Doesn't get the pass off, intercepted by Mukwonago. Tough pass, but able to maintain possession was Mukwonago. Derek Snell fighting for possession. Butzik. She passes out wide, finds Moorhoff. Moorhoff, she's looking to switch the field. Not able to get through the back line, but there's Maloney. She's right on top of things. A little bit of back and forth, goes out of bounds for the goal kick.
Yeah, Mukwonago having a much more composed defense there. You could see Oregon getting a little bit lucky with the deflection to set up that attack, but ball does go out for a goal kick.
That ball goes up to midfield. First touch by Mukwonago. Butzik there, though. Puts a nice little play to Kylie Steele. Steele's looking for the corner for Maloney. Maloney's able to get through. Maloney drives. She's looking to pass it. Does find feet, but not able to get the shot off was Kylie Steele. Now Moorhoff. Moorhoff with a nice play to Worth. Worth takes a touch. Does get a shot off, but into the awaiting arms of the keeper. I believe the keeper for Mukwonago is guard. She punts it to midfield. Now Bijak, strong defense. Looking for help, doesn't get any, takes a safe play and puts out of bounds for a throw-in.
Yeah, it's a nice safe defensive play. Really gives your defense time to set back up.
Nice throw, quick throw. Mukwonago takes possession. Now Dierks. She plays upfield. Able to find Richardson. Richardson, she's got a motor and she's got speed and she breaks through. She takes a good touch. It's 3-on-1 at this point. She's looking for help. Not able to find it quite in time. Oregon's got to make a little better, make it happen a little bit better. They're trying to catch up when those breaks happen. Now Richardson, she's going to take a shot. That one just kind of flies off the side of her foot and goes out wide and high. Goal kick.
Yeah, Richardson taking it all by herself, really having that breakaway opportunity there and then dribbling around a few defenders. Just wasn't quite able to get that ball how she wanted it. But she's really activating this Oregon offense right now.
She looks like she's really on her game early on here. Guard now takes a goal kick. Again, first touch by Mukwonago. Summer Steele fighting for possession. Now Dierks and Steele combine. Able to get that back, finds Jalen Jones. She's going to play it out. Wants Worth, but a little off the mark on the pass. Butzek there, great anticipation. Moorhoff into Kylie Steele. Steele ran out of room. Butzek though. She finds Dierks. Dierks out to Bijak. Bijak in a 50-50 comes down on her own feet though. She's going to play that through. She's trying to get it through to Richardson. Nice play by the Mukwonago. It's going to be thrown to Oregon.
Yeah, you can see that with great pressure there, forces Mukwonago to have to kick that one out and gives Oregon some possession further up the field than they were originally. And this will give them some time to set up here as they push a lot of their players over to that far side.
Nice throw in to find Richardson, but taken away by Mukwonago. Nice job, a little team defense, but Mukwonago player showing strength there. Bijak plays out of bounds. We're going to get a throw in to Mukwonago. They really like to throw the ball in very quickly. They want to catch the other team off guard, I think.
Absolutely, and you can see it is working so far. They have gotten possession on most of their corners so far, and you can catch a lot of teams off guard if you take them quick, especially if it's further in the opposition's half. We haven't seen many throw-ins yet in Oregon's half, but that is something that they're going to be looking to capitalize on.
Ball brought down by Maloney. Maloney maintains possession. Plays it back to Summer Steele. Steele up the sideline. Not able to keep it in bounds was Richardson. It'll be a throw in to Mukwonago. This ball does end up finding feet. Ball possessed. Taken away by Ava Butzek. Nice job there. Steele now takes touches. Plays it out wide. Wants Worth, but goes out of bounds. We're going to get an Oregon throw. This is right in the wheelhouse where Addison Worth uses those strong throw-ins often.
Yeah, we saw that in the regional semifinal the other day. She can really sling this one into the 18-yard box and does so here.
Does get it in. Steele, good strength. She's got a great left foot. But this one she chooses to lay off to Worth, but not quite on the same page. Goes out of bounds with goal kick to Oregon.
Yeah, that was second ball in a few moments that has gone in front of Addie Worth there. And she's got to put the ball a little bit in front of her, not necessarily right at her, so she can continue her stride. But obviously you can see those ones are a little bit too far ahead.
Moorhoff with a bit of skill there. Staying in control, but ends up getting out-muscled. Great defense there by number 11, Maddie Arnold from Mukwonago. But cleared up by Summer Steele. Collected by Worth. Now Moorhoff. Moorhoff, she's looking, she does get it through the defense, and Maloney is there. Maloney gets to the ball, but not able to get a touch.
Yeah, it was a really heads-up play by Maloney to be getting there, as the keeper wasn't quite heads up there, but ends up not getting a piece of it as much as she wanted so, at least. And it's back in Mukwonago's possession here on offense.
Don't know if she just kind of whiffed on that one. I don't know. I thought she might try to chip the goalie. This ball comes into play. First shot on attempt at goal by Mukwonago goes wide, and we're going to get a goal kick to Oregon. Reese McCabe will go get that ball ready, and she's going to let Summer Steele take this one. Got a little action across the street.
Yeah, you can see so far Mukwonago really wants to play fast. You see the breakaways, they're really quick to play that ball up and really give a nice through ball, and Oregon hasn't really had time to set up, and that's where you can really catch a team like Oregon off guard.
Steal to steal. Now that ball gets through nicely to Addie Worth. Worth taking touches. Great touch. Gets inside. Oh, the finishing touch just not there. She just puts it right into the awaiting hands of guard.
Yeah, and
great skill there.
Yeah, it's a great cut inside by Addie Worth. Just had the whole goal to shoot for, and keeper did a good job with positioning there. Really made the goal seem a lot smaller than it was. That shot goes right into the safe hands of the keeper of Mukwonago.
This ball played long, no real threat. Reese McCabe's just going to collect this one, let her team reorganize. Tough touch by Maloney. Goes back to Bijak. Good strength there, no call. That touch by Mukwonago gets through, but Jalen Jones is there. Trusts her keeper, though. Plays it back and is able to clear out. I love that. Instead of kicking it out of bounds. Tough collision at midfield. Again, no whistle. Nice job by Derricks. Derricks going to try to play this one through. Worth, she's got speed. She does get through. Oh, just tripped up on the ball. Almost another grade A opportunity for Worth.
Yeah, just got a little bit unlucky there. Overran it just a hair and gives the defender that one key second to kick that one out of danger. And does give Oregon a throw in the end, but
Worth is going to take another go at a long throw, I believe. No, she's going to go short. She finds Richardson, who's able to get out of danger. She slides it in, but nobody on the same page as that. It was in a great position, too. Moorhoff plays it back to Steele. Steele back to Moorhoff. Inside, Jones to Butzik. Misses Derricks. Good job by Butzik. Coming back. That one goes over the head of Maloney, and we're going to get a throw in to Mukwonago. Throws it in very quickly. Brought down. Derricks to Maloney. Inside touch. Steele. Steele, good strength. She's going to put it over the top. She's got Worth again. Worth another great touch. Worth with a great shot on goal, but again, the keeper's up to the task.
yeah, that one had very good placement, just not nearly enough power. The keeper had plenty of time to move over and get that, and we've seen a lot from the Mukwonago keeper of having some great positioning tonight.
Nice job there. That's Dirks. That was great defense, causing the turnover. And now we're going to get a throw into Oregon.
Some great play so far, and Mukwonago really holding up to the test. I mean, this is a team that has been playing well these playoffs so far. In their regional semifinal game, is this ball played dangerously there, and it does actually go out for a corner to Oregon.
Not what the Mukwonago defender wanted. She had pretty good composure too, but just kind of let the ball get away from her and not going to give the Oregon team a corner kick.
Yeah, as I was saying, though, this Mukwonago team is battle-tested. Their game to get to the regional final here was against the number 9 seed, Sun Prairie East, and they ended up winning that game in penalties after a 0-0 draw throughout the game, and they won that game 3-1 on penalties.
Steele into the center. Butzik with a header, and we get the first goal of the game off a corner from Steele to Butzik. Great header, great play. First score of the game.
12th minute, Oregon Panther goal scored by number 7, Ava Butzik. Assisted by number 19, Kylie Steele.
As you hear there, goal for Ava Butzik. That's a great header. There was so many options there in the box for the Panthers. I mean, it just had to find a head to put it in the back of the net, and that's exactly what happened, and that's why Oregon's up 1-0 early in this first half.
Love to see that. 12 minutes, just about, gone in the first half. Butzik with the first goal of the game. Oregon up 1-0. She has the ball. She gets around her defender, does a great job. Gets the center in. Off a Mukwonago defender. Now Maloney. Great job winning possession there. Plays it off of the defender. I think we're going to have another corner kick.
Yeah, we will. Another corner for the Panthers. That's a great play by Ava Butzik, getting that one over to Maloney, and then Maloney doing what she does best and getting Oregon in a great position, and sets up Kylie Steele to take this corner once again.
And we just saw how dangerous corners can be.
Yeah, Oregon stacking the box here. 5 players here in the 18-yard box. And just to get another delivery as well as the last one.
And we
this
do.
One is.
This one's a great delivery again. Keeper able to just punch that one. Almost another dangerous opportunity. And now Mukwonago on the counterattack.
There's a player far wide open on the far side of the field if they can find him, but good defense here.
She saw it, but she couldn't get it there. Great anticipation, though. That was number 10 Kircher from Mukwonago that stepped in and took that away. Again, we see the great anticipation from Kylie Steele there and a nice move. Little half Maradona there. And now she gets it to Maloney. It's a tough collision, but we're not going to get any call.
Surprising to not see a call there. Must have gotten plenty of the ball.
Richardson maintains possession to Derricks. Derricks finds Maloney. Maloney just, maybe she's still just reeling a little bit, not able to collect that one.
Yeah, possibly did go down pretty hard on that challenge just moments before.
You can almost see her body language that she's just not quite collected yet. I think she'll be okay, though. No, Steele. She's going to her left. She's got that left foot. And that one not collected by the keeper initially. Dangerous opportunity once again.
Yeah, Steele has plenty of power on that left foot, and the keeper spilled it just a little bit, but wasn't enough to cause any further danger.
Brought down nicely by Derricks. Touched by Addie Worth. Ricochets. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a Mukwonago throw. Ball thrown in. Worth able to get it up to Richardson. Richardson able to get through initially. Nice job by the defense, but we're going to get a corner kick.
Corner kick, Oregon.
It's a great job by Richardson, and we're going to get our first substitutions of the game.
During the substitution, we would like to thank our sponsors once again, the Village of Oregon, the Oregon School District, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, One Community Bank, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries. Thank you for making these games possible. Our corner kick is going to be set up by Worth. And looks like that Ingalls who's to come off the bench.
Yes.
She takes and serves that in. Does create an opportunity. And Butzik had a nice placement there, just barely wide.
Yeah, just flashes wide.
Almost got her second goal of the game.
It was a great shot. The keeper was caught off guard as well. It looked like the keeper stumbled, but possibly just knew that one was going wide.
As I mentioned, McKenna Ingalls in for the Panthers, as well as Celia Mitchell, I believe, came in for the Panthers at their last opportunity right before that corner kick. Steele tries to do a little flick through. She wanted a handball, but I think I'm with the ref. I don't think that was hands. Now Jones up to Steele. Nice little flick. She stays with it. Worth tries to maintain distance. Tight touch. Good switch. Moorhoff provides the pressure, and now Jalen Jones is there. Jones into Ingalls to Worth. That was great composure. Now Celia Mitchell, she's going to try to fight through. She does have strength. She does get through. Very controversial call, as you can hear from the crowd.
Yeah, this is a very close call there. You could really call that either way.
I think that it's not so much that it was an awful call. It just was maybe inconsistent with some of the stuff he's let go earlier.
Yeah, and we see that sometimes. I couldn't really tell you from our angle if there was enough contact there. It did look like, I know a lot of parents were yelling about shoulders, which wouldn't be a foul, but if there is significant contact off of the ball, it's going to be called almost every time at this level.
That distribution by Steele not getting through, so she just plays it back to McCabe, who boots it up towards midfield. Boots it, gets her head on it. Now Steele brings it down. Steele, she wants to put it through, and she does. It got behind the D, but the D was able to get there before Worth or Richardson were able to catch up.
That was a great time run by Addie Worth there.
I apologize. I meant Mitchell, not Richardson. It was a great timed run. It just needed to get a few more yards.
Just a little bit to the right of her, it seemed. She throws this one in nice to Steele.
Great touch by Steele. Now, Summer Steele. She's looking for that corner and trying to get there as Ingles. And does just get out of bounds, and we're going to get a goal kick to Mukwonago. Just inches from being good, though.
Yeah, that's good anticipation by Ingles to know that that ball's going to slow down a little bit just before the end line, but did get a little bit of a touch, but wasn't enough to keep that one in.
But that was Morhoff clearing. Good job there by Morhoff taking that away. Jones now over to Steele, just playing it across the back line, opening things up. Steele, she wanted Worth, but just off the mark with that pass. Jones playing some touch tight D. This one's going to go to Arnold. Arnold taking on her defender there. Tried to play a little nutmeg, but Morhoff doesn't let the nutmeg happen, but it goes out of bounds, and the Indians are going to get their first corner kick.
Yeah, it is solid defense by Maddie Morhoff. It's really set up Mukwonago a lot better than the Panthers, as there wasn't many Mukwonago players ready and waiting for that cross to come in. But
now Mukwonago plays it right back to Arnold, or rather not Arnold, but this ball out of play. Throw in. Again, that quick throw. Mukwonago always trying to play quickly off the throws. Good clearance there. Now Maloney. Dispossessed. This should be a throw into Oregon. Bijak will take this one. She'll play it into Steele. Steele immediately under pressure. Clears it out of bounds. Throw in Mukwonago.
yeah, possession shifting back and forth here. Mukwonago will keep possession for a little bit, but then Panthers seem to get back here. Nice chest down by Riley Steele.
I like the little half volley off to Worth. Nice job by Worth. She takes it away. She's got the corner. Oh, she wanted Steele, who was coming in. It was a nice idea with that little half drop. Morhoff kind of forcing one there.
Yeah, it did seem like nobody was ready for that one. Everyone kind of watching that one go past. Morhoff does a good job here, though, clearing this one upfield to Richardson.
Richardson stays after it. Bijak recovers. Ingles, nice job defensively there. Bijak, good defense as well. Now Butzik to Richardson. She's got to play it through to Celia Mitchell. Mitchell's got speed and strength. Tries to get a shot off, goes wide. It's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick, and we're going to get another substitution for the Panthers. OCA Media reaches thousands of viewers and programs like this. Join our 4,100 YouTube subscribers, and you'll never miss another Panthers sports stream again. 4 players coming in for the Panthers, trying to keep fresh legs out there, Hayden.
Yeah, they do a great job of that, and you've seen that already in the regional semifinal. A lot of depth on the bench for the Panthers. They can swap in many different players and still have a really solid team.
Absolutely. That's Ingles back to Steele. For instance, Olivia Mueller is now on the field, number 3 on the left side. I mean, you've got a senior coming off the bench.
Yeah, and beginning of the season, she was starting on the field for the Panthers and has put up a few goals as well. And so you got a lot of players that are not starting necessarily during the playoffs, but when they come on, they can instantly make an impact.
Absolutely. Almost interchangeable at times. Morhoff. Nice throw. Fulmer over at right, Dion for the Panthers too, by the way. Summer Steele doesn't feel like she's got any other options, so she just clears it upfield. Lets a 50-50 ball come down, and Panthers win the race. Maloney now trying to get the corner. Able to maintain possession, though. She's got great speed. I like what Dirks was thinking there. She just didn't get her left foot on it the way she wanted to. She was trying to take the one-touch strike, I think, and just kind of whiffed on it a bit.
Yeah, I thought that's what that one was, too. It just didn't catch it much at all and ended up looking like a pass in the end.
It worked out.
Yeah, it did end up working out as Oregon still in possession here with Kylie Steele.
Steele finds Maloney. Surrounded by 3 players instantly, though. Now looking to clear out. Moorhoff, she doesn't quite get it the way she wanted to, but again, kind of works out and finds Fulmer. Fulmer is going to play it back to McCabe. McCabe does find Panther first. Now Jones. She finds Ingalls. Ingalls up to Miller. Trying to find Mitchell, but finds Kylie Steele. Steele, nice little chip in. Puts her under pressure. It's going to turn over to Mueller again. Mueller with a nice bit of footwork there. Back to Mitchell. Goes out of bounds. Throw in Oregon. Moorhoff will come up to take the throw. Moorhoff tries to find Mitchell. She kind of backs off the ball there. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll get another Oregon throw. Moorhoff asking for movement. She finds Mueller. Mueller able to initially keep it in, but it's going to be put out of bounds deep in the corner by Mukwonago. Moorhoff wants this throw.
Great throw.
Puts it into the box, into a dangerous area. We're going to get yet another Oregon throw. Moorhoff busy on the outside of the field.
Yeah, quite a few throws in a row here for the Panthers, and they're keeping this possession on the near side. They haven't moved here, but they do get awarded a corner kick here.
Great job by Mueller there, earning that kick. So we'll have Ingalls and Derrick's down there working on the tight corner. We'll see if she serves it or if they go short.
Yeah, we see sometimes they elect to go short. This one will go in.
This one is going to go into the top of the box. Finds Fulmer. Fulmer, she was trying to cut it, and I think she was trying to get back to Steele, but just ball got caught up under her.
Yeah, she had the right idea there. Just too many defenders in the way.
Now Fulmer up the sideline. Found Maloney, but not able to get control. But it's going to go out of bounds, so this will be an Oregon throw. Mukwonago tried to sell that it was theirs. That one kind of slipped out of her hands too, I think. But Maloney's able to still retrieve it. She plays it back, finds Mitchell into the box. Mueller. Very similar players when you can't see their number. Now Mitchell. Some good work there. And an absolute strike by Kylie Steele. Just on the floor with pure power underneath the goalie.
And that's a...
Oregon Panther goal scored by number 19, Kylie Steele, with assist number 16, Celia Mitchell.
There you see a brilliant goal there by Kylie Steele. So powerful there. Catches the goalie quite off guard. Goalkeeper wasn't able to get down in time. And Celia Mitchell, great cross. Really sending that one back towards the top of the 18-yard box. And just a one-time touch.
Great half drop. And, yeah, that shot, keeping it on the floor with that much power, That's a high-class goal.
And you can see even with the keeper in position there, it's very hard to get down in time to save a ball like that. And so it just slipped just under the keeper.
And the defender on her hips to boot, by the way.
Well, that's a great ball in. Oh, Ingles wasn't quite able to get that one, but that was a great through ball by Kylie Steele. Oregon gets a throw.
This is going to be, it will be an Oregon throw. We're going to get some more mass substitutions for Oregon.
Returning for Panthers and 2S Worth. Number 70, Butzik.
Butzik and Worth back in.
21, Reese Richardson.
Along with Richardson.
And number 5, Mackenzie Bijak. Also now on for the Indians, Cameron Siebert.
I think we're more or less back to our starting lineup right now.
Yeah, Oregon does that. Usually they'll sub off a few of their starters, and then they'll sub them right back on altogether. They don't usually switch it up too much with who they're subbing on, as it's
no. The only non-starter not on the field now is Moorhoff. They kept Fulmer on and brought Bijak in for Moorhoff. Otherwise, everybody else is a starter.
Yeah, you see Bijak on the near side.
Smart and understandable use of the substitution in that instance. Worth trying to cross it. Good defense there by number 21, McKenzie, for Mukwonago, but we're going to get another Oregon throw.
Would have been interesting there if Worth decided to cut that one inside. The defender had that shot or cross option locked down. Gets a really deep throw in here.
Really deep, great throw. Now Derrick's, she had all the time in the world to get that strike off, and you can see her holding her head as that thing goes way over the top bar.
Yeah, that one just got a little bit too under the ball, not nearly leaning over it enough, and just sails pretty wide. Didn't have too much time to think about where she wanted to place that.
Great goal kick. Impressive leg strength on that one. Now, Ingles through to Worth. Worth is going to get there. She's going to slide it through. And there it is. The keeper not able to intercept the pass. Gets all the way through. And that is Maya Maloney finishing a great pass.
That one, I don't know if there'll be an easier goal for Maya Maloney there, right in front of the goal. The ball practically sitting still. Keeper got very unlucky with that cross coming in from Addie Worth.
Guard is in goal. Really, you can see the body language. She's disappointed in herself not intercepting that pass, getting underneath her, and an easy tap in for Maloney. Great job, though. That does make it 3-0 at the 30-minute mark of the first half. A great job by the Panthers to get out to a nice 3-0 lead. Worth now lays it off to Butzik. Butzik trying to go right back to Worth and does find her. They've got the keeper rattled. She was so strong for the first good half of this first half, and now with 3 goals on the board, you can see she's starting to fumble some of her saves a little bit.
And that can happen. You can have all the confidence in the world, and then you start doubting yourself a little bit, and you can start impacting your play. Still plenty of game left, but Panthers, you can see, are testing a lot more shots than they had been before.
Nice job by Bijak. Oh, great pass after Envision to be able to do that. Now Ingles, she's going to throw it over to Maloney. Back to Ingles. That kind of was a ricochet. A little bit of miscommunication between Derricks and Ingles there. Derricks with a nice job just taking that one away. She thought she had somebody on her back, so she just threw it out of bounds. But needed a little more communication. Her defender just didn't keep up with her.
Yeah, those 2 instances in a row that Derricks didn't have quite the communication to her that she would have wanted, and it's going to be a throw-in for Mukwonago on possession the Panthers could have had.
I believe that player for Mukwonago was number 19. That was Courtney Pampich. She's still kind of holding herself like maybe she needs a trainer, because she did go down on that play. That's how Derricks was able to lose her.
And the trainer is actually coming on right now.
Not sure when she went down, what exactly happened, but trainer definitely, she's on her feet, but you can tell she's in discomfort of some sort. So they're going to just take a moment. Everybody's going to go collect themselves. They're going to congregate. Yeah, 19, that's Courtney Pampich. She's going to leave the field under her own power, but very gingerly.
Yeah, and I wonder if she might have taken a hit to the head. Not quite sure. Looks
not sure if it's
fine.
head or leg. It's really hard to tell with the way she's moving.
Yeah, I can't tell if there's like a limp at all, but it is very interesting. Trainer's seeing her now, and we hope that she's doing all right.
We are going to get back underway. Throw in Mukwonago, taken away by. Thanks. Now the Panthers under control. Worth, nice touch. She's going to take the space that she's given, and she does get lots of it. Just that last touch. Good job by guard collecting.
Yeah, that's all she needed was to get that last touch just a little bit closer to her, and wasn't quite able to do so.
Taken down in midfield by Derricks. Ball's going to get cleared. We're going to get an Oregon throw-in. Field in pristine condition tonight, Hayden.
Yeah, you can see the freshly mowed lines, and for the playoffs, groundskeepers always do a really perfect job maintaining this field. I've seen sometimes in the past they have decided to paint this one. This one, speaking of painting, that one was painting the line for a second. It does go out of bounds in the end.
We do have freshly painted lines. They do move, and for good reason. They actually do move where center field is, and so you probably see a faint line up here. That's where faux center used to be, because they like to move it a good 5 to 10 yards throughout the season so that the goal mouths don't get all beat up over the course of a whole season.
Yeah, and we have seen that if you go to your, yeah, I was waiting for the call there. Mukwonago gets a free kick. We're talking about goal boxes. Yeah, you'll see if you go to your local field, the goal boxes are pretty chopped up and muddy, and especially with a field like this instead of a turf field like a lot of fields have at high schools nowadays. Oregon does have a full grass field, and so maintaining it is it's a pretty difficult process.
Absolutely, especially when it can be wet and soft in the spring. Easily you tear it up, so it's actually just a really heady thing to keep the area moving.
Maloney just lets that one get away from her a little bit. Had a lot of steam with her.
Number 9, Aubrey Appleburn, and number 17, Lily Carmen.
We are going to get some substitutions from Mukwonago on this stoppage. Mukwonago with the throw. Maloney heads it out. Throw into Mukwonago. Couple of Panther players waiting to enter the game. Next opportunity. Butzik plays it nicely. Back to Fulmer. Fulmer in the midfield to Derricks, who plays it back to McCabe. McCabe to Steele. Steele, she wants to switch plays. She wants Worth. Nice job by Eddie Worth there. Ingles to Maloney. Love the use of the body there by Maloney to redirect that ball. Now Fulmer. She plays it back to Derricks. Derricks loses the ball. Loses that to Kircher. We're going to play on because there was advantage. Nice job of shielding there by the defender so the guard could collect that ball.
Yeah, it's a great job by the defender. Eddie Worth just gets a little bit too big of a touch there than she would have wanted. Good chest by Bijak. Bijak sends this one through over to Richardson.
Richardson with a great touch. She gets possession on the sideline. She splits her defender. She wanted to maybe take that shot for a second, but decided to keep it on her foot. Now it's going to go across to Maloney, back to Derricks, back to Maloney. Got a nice, great overlap run by Fulmer there. I love that run. She had to do everything she could to keep that from going out of bounds. Not quite able to do it, but I love the run.
Yeah, really smart play there. Subs do come in for the Panthers.
Kylie Steele and Maya Maloney. Correction, Kylie Steele and Nyla Morhoff.
Morhoff and Steele back into the game now. And with Fulmer and Ingles out, I think we are back to our original starting lineup. Ball possessed by Richardson. Plays it back to Jones. Now to Steele. Steele, great find to Morhoff. I love the space that Morhoff created to make that happen. Morhoff, she wanted Worth. Not able to get there. Jones waiting for that one. Tries to take the soft touch to Morhoff, but a little bit of an angle didn't happen. Kylie Steele back to McCabe. Good communication there between keeper and defender. Now Summer Steele tries to find her sister Kylie. Taken up by Mukwonago, but intercepted by Oregon. Forced out of bounds. Worth's going to take a quick throw in. She's going to get over the top. She's going to find Richardson. Richardson has the angle and the speed. And she gets it in. Butzek just inches away from another goal.
Yeah, if that one was just a little bit more towards the top of the box, would have been a surefire goal as Butzek was charging in, but just a little bit too close to the keeper there. Near perfection there, though, from Addie Worth.
Nicely played there by Derricks. Love the confidence that this team has playing in tight areas. Now Richardson. Not able to get there, but Summer Steele covering. She plays it up. Maloney pressures. Nice job by Addison Worth. Forcing a turnover, but right back to Mukwonago now. Jones brings this one down. Finds Addison Worth's feet. Great touch. She puts it into the back of Steele, but she manages to collect it anyway. She's going to put it wide to Maloney. Great touch on that ball. Maloney, she centers, but guard is there to collect that centering attempt.
Yeah, if the Panthers can get their crosses just a little bit more towards the top of the box, they're really going to be able to capitalize on more of these opportunities.
As our PA announcer mentions, there's 1 minute left in this half. Panthers up 3-0. Looking to try and finish this half strong. Nice job by Butzek to Bijak. Really created nice space with that play. Now inside to Richardson. Richardson to Maloney. She's able to keep it, and she's got the speed in the corner. She plays it back. Richardson. And, what a dangerous play. Guard let that pop up over you. Thought it was going to go in, and then she manages to snag it before it hits the end line.
But see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Just a perfect cross by Maloney, top of the box, over to Richardson, and that was closest they've been to a goal in a few minutes.
And again, showing that guard is still in her head a little bit, these ground balls especially.
Yeah, a lot of pace on the ground. And should really show the Panthers that if they keep these balls, their shots low and quick, it's really going to trouble this keeper.
Absolutely. As we go into halftime at 3-0, we do want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, feel good banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit them at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. OCA Media, covering local events and creating original programming just for you right here in Oregon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll let you know when we're streaming another live Panther sporting event. OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. If you'd like to become a sponsor, contact Paul at ocamedia.com. That's Paul at ocamedia.com. Like I mentioned, Hayden, 3-0 going in a half. Your thoughts on the first half and what we're going to look for in the second?
Yeah, this is great soccer all around from both teams, and we see the Panthers doing, as you can see by the scoreboard, a better job of really keeping their shots on target. I think Mukwonago's only had about one shot. It's really been threatening so far, and that one was not on target. McCabe not being tested much in goal tonight, but Panthers really keeping it in their possession. A lot of the times you see Mukwonago get their possession, they lose it quite quickly, and that's because the Panthers are so composed as a team. When they lose the ball, they are quick to get it back and spread out and really develop a counterattack. And so, like I said earlier, they're going to want to continue to keep those shots low and hard. As you've seen, that's been the majority of their goals, and they're going to have to keep that up. They're going to have to find a way to capitalize on the amount of opportunities they've had, and this could be a really high scoring game for the Panthers if they can find their rhythm.
Absolutely. I mean, again, we don't have the official tracker, but by my unofficial count, I believe that the Panthers outshot, at least shots on goal anyway, that actually went on net. I believe the Panthers outshot them 9-1 in that first half.
Yeah, it was quite an exceptional shooting performance for the Panthers. If that 9 shots is correct, I mean, the 3 for 9 shot percentage is pretty good, I'd say. And Coach Mitchell is going to talk to the girls for Oregon and really tell them what to do to extend this lead even further.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with the start of the second half of Panther Soccer, only on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. Welcome back to the second half of this exclusive broadcast of Panther Soccer on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. As we get ready for the second half, your Oregon Panthers in black, going from left to right on your screens, are up 3-0 over the Mukwonago Indians. Hayden, what do we expect this second half?
Yeah, I expect the Panthers to come out quick as they usually do. You saw that they had that early opportunity in the first half right off of the get-go, and they like to really press high on teams and sometimes can catch teams sleeping right as the kickoff ensues as we get going again.
Mukwonago does start the second half with the ball, but not before Butzik can take it right off of him. And now a great challenge by Addison Worth. Good footwork there by Moorhoff. Steele trying to put it through to Worth. Twice gets it taken away by the defender. Nice job by Butzik again. Now a great switch of the field from Derrick. She's going to find Maloney. Maloney's going to take a touch. She's going to throw it inside. Oh, Richardson's there. She takes one touch, turns, shoots, hits the side of the net.
Yeah, didn't quite have the angle there. I think across the body shot would have been a little bit better across the goal. Tried to go for that near post, but it's a very, very tight angle there, especially with the keeper in position. And this ball went right back to Richardson, and it's an Oregon throw.
It is an Oregon throw. Bijak will take this throw. She's looking at Richardson. Finds her. Challenge hard by Mukwonago. Oh, nice little feint there by Summer Steele. She brings it back, finds Jones. Jones getting it outside to Worth. Just about got taken away there by number 11. But Oregon maintains. This is Kylie Steele. This ball is going to go out of bounds down deep, tight in the corner. It's going to be a throw-in for Mukwonago. This is where you really want to play touch-tight defense. You don't want to let them out of that corner.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play by Kylie Steele there to keep Oregon now in possession. Or still far up in Mukwonago's half.
Yep. Worth did find Richardson. But they're going to collect themselves and play it back to Steele, and they're just going to remount the attack.
Yeah, and this Oregon team is so composed here. They just keep on coming in essentially waves of attacks here.
Nice idea. That ball floats its way out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Bijak finds feet. Maloney finding Butzik. Butzik, what a great pass to Steele. And Steele hits the cross, it hits the post. Had nothing but huge amounts of that was a phenomenal pass by Butzik, by the way.
Absolutely. That was going to be assist of the game if that one went in, and
maybe of the season. And now Steele tries to pay her right back with another great ball.
Yeah, and Butzik is everywhere right now. Almost got a foot on that one.
Butzik really having a tremendous game tonight. Guard's going to take the goal kick for Mukwonago. Moorhoff was there. And now Worth, she's going to intercept. Brought down by Richardson. Richardson turns the corner. Gets by her defender. She's going to slide this through. Nice defensive play by the Indians, but it's going to be a corner kick, Hayden.
Yeah, this one must have taken a deflection we couldn't see from this angle.
I do believe the defender was the one that was challenging down there on the end line, and I think she was able to clear it out of play.
Yeah, that's a smart play there as Oregon was mounting pretty threatening attack there. This corner going to be taken.
Indicator is that it's going to be served into the box. Finds the box, finds a head, and that's going to go out of bounds. I believe that was Dirks that got her head on it, but it's going to be a goal kick for Mukwonago. Actually, it was Jalen Jones. I'm sorry.
It was a very interesting one there. The corner was taken by Kylie Steele, but it was with her right foot, which is her non-dominant foot there, but it was a good service.
Absolutely, showing that she's very versatile. Summer Steele trying to turn that back into play. Nice job by the center ref indicating what had happened there, and that Butzik did get all ball.
Yeah, that's a great job by Butzik tracking back to get that one.
3 Oregon players there, all of them looking for somebody else to get that ball, but again, able to win it back. Summer Steele, or rather, Kylie Steele plays an amazing ball up to Worth. Worth, great save by guard. That was a phenomenal pass from midfield. Worth with a great run, and you thought she had the perfect finish, and guard just pulls a save out from nowhere.
Yeah, and that's an unreal reflex save from guard. Honestly, just beats Worth there in the one-on-one, and it's just a great save with the left arm, just getting down really quick. The one-on-one that close to the goal, you'd expect a surefire ball in the back of the net, but keeps this game only at 4-0.
I love the way that Worth was able to maintain composure with 2 defenders on her hip. And there is another header from Butzik. She is everywhere.
She really has been everywhere on these delivery and crosses, and she's really having quite a game so far. Seems like she's been on over half of Oregon's threatening challenges.
Goal kick goes into midfield. Moorhoff playing great D. Good strength there by the senior.
Great use of the body there.
Absolutely. Now Bijak to Maloney. Back into Bijak. Good movement. Creating time and space. She's going to look for Worth. Worth with a nice touch. Plays it outside. Finds Moorhoff. Moorhoff now into Steele. Steele, she's going to try to play it to Worth. Didn't put quite enough pepper on that one, though. Jones to Butzik. Plays it out wide. Maloney with a nice touch. She creates great time and space there. Plays it in. Richardson was going to try and turn with that one. We're going to get it. That shot was blocked by the defender. Now Maloney. Maloney, she's got such great explosion in those first few steps.
She does. That ball goes past the entire face of goal.
Now Worth switches it up, finds Bijak. Bijak Maloney. Again, showing you what I'm talking about. It's like the defenders can't keep up with their first 3 steps. So that was cat-like reflexes from guard again.
Yeah, it's a great save. You can see that she's quick to get down there now on that near left side of hers, and that was much changed from the first half. That's where Oregon scored quite a few of their goals, was down on the floor, and Kylie Steele onto her right foot blasts that one.
There was a ton of power. She was looking to just pull the trigger and absolutely rocket that one, but
did get a deflection though.
Got the deflection. That's why it went so wide, and now you're going to get another corner kick.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that one just went off of her foot or it did take a deflection. Didn't quite see from here, but makes sense why that ball did go sailing. She put quite a bit of cheddar on that one.
And that ball is in a great dangerous position, but guard's able to poke it out of there. Tried to serve back in, was Moorhoff. Deflected and cleared out by the Indians. That ball inside to Richardson, but Richardson can't maintain. Now Derrick's. Derrick's nice footwork there. That was a nice L drag. Now Maloney again. She's just able to find those that corner all the time. It's really quite impressive.
So many times you see her on the ball, and she's back on it again. Nicely
done again. And there, this time she finds Richardson, and Richardson is able to finish in the back of the top of the net. He just felt like it was coming, Hayden.
Yeah. Quite a few chances there created by Maya Maloney on that near side.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it was 4 times in a row, Maloney just showing off her skill, but also just that first 3-step explosiveness, just too tough to contain. And that is going to make it 4-0 at the 48, or really close to the 49-minute mark of the second half. This ball out of bounds. Throw in for Mukwonago. And really, it wasn't even hardly a shot. It was more of a just getting her foot on it. It was more of a deflection than anything, but the proper type.
Yeah, nice first touch there. First touch accuracy as well. This is a great ball played just barely out of the reach of Richardson, but Richardson doesn't stop fighting for it and actually wins this one.
And she's going to find Steele, and she's going to finish. Great job by Richardson to win that battle, to put it inside. Kylie Steele, she didn't let that one go.
And there you can see Panthers finding their stride quickly here.
And before I could even take a breath, just a mere 38 seconds later, now it is 5-0 Panthers.
And you can see that the Panthers really kept up their momentum, one goal in succession with another, and going to see the Panthers pressing high there. They're going to want to keep riding this momentum as long as they can here now. A little bit of drought of goals before that.
Nice anticipation by Bijak. She was thinking she would push it over to Maloney, but just didn't get the right angle on that one. Good press defense by Butzik. Not able to get through, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers.
Going to be good throw-in.
Great throw and a great touch there. Impressive by Dierks. Again, only a freshman.
Yeah, and you can see Oregon with a lot of young talent on their team. Both, or their top scorer and Kylie Steele, a sophomore, going to be returning for 2 more years, and Reese Richardson, the third top scorer, also a sophomore. A lot of young players on this team that can make huge impacts when they're on the field.
Absolutely.
And you can see Dierks fighting for the ball here.
And she does have good fight and good position there. This one comes back to Jones, also a freshman. Okay. Panthers with the #1 seed in this regional, with a sophomore leading scorer and 2 freshmen as starters.
Yeah, such a tough team are the Panthers, and you can see the sophomore class of this team has really been the stars. You see the top 2 assist leaders of the team, Maya Maloney and Reese Richardson, both sophomores. Maloney with 12 assists. You increase that now to, I believe, 13 or 14 in this game.
That was a nice through ball. Just put a tiny bit more, just a bit more on it so that the tandem of Richardson and Maloney can run onto it. But it does go out of bounds for a Panther throw. Bijak's going to take the throw. She's going to put it into space, and Maloney gets there. This is what we're talking about. It's that first few step explosion. People aren't ready for it.
Yeah, and that's something that you really can't teach, the fight in players and the willingness to keep going for every ball that goes in front of them. And no matter when they're tired, they keep going. And speaking of keep going, Dierks gets a little tripped up but stays on her feet.
Bijak surprising everybody with a really quick throw there.
Yeah, and we mentioned that a little bit earlier with Mukwonago, how they were doing these quick throws to try and catch the other team off guard. Oregon does one of their own and gets the ball into Kylie Steele here. She's going to try and put this on her left foot to take a shot.
And she does take a shot. She just finds the back of the net. That was an absolute bullet.
Yeah, no saving that.
Tremendous shot. All lace. And that's going to be 6-0 at the 52.5-minute mark.
Number 9, McKenna Ingalls. Number 16, Celia Mitchell. And number 17, Sophia Fulmer.
We talked about the Panthers and what's going on in the underclassmen on this roster. You've also got Panthers Celia Mitchell, Sophia Fulmer, Olivia Endress, Reese Richardson, all either starters or significant contributors to this team.
Yeah, and Oregon having the skill that they have and really the capacity to just keep replacing. They lost a lot of top players on their D2 championship winning team last year, and they were able to replace them quite effortlessly this season, it seems. They've really been able to fill those spots and possibly even better as they're now up to Division I and competing with the top teams in the state.
Now Richardson. What a great ball. I love how she didn't change the direction of her facing, but she knew where Celia Mitchell was. Ooh. Richardson gets that, and she gets the turn, but she pushes that one out wide.
It does actually is a corner kick. Did take a deflection there. You could kind of see that ball didn't nearly have the curve that it would get if it was just directly off the foot.
And probably for the competition out there, not looking forward to also seeing a junior, Reese McCabe, back in net next year.
Yeah, she's been very vital ever since starting as a freshman in goal. She's really been a vital player for this team, not allowing many goals, if any, throughout many games that she's played. This ball played in, bounces off the keeper, does go in the back of the net, but
I think they're going to say that it went off the side of the net and maybe was technically out of bounds.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see that one. I don't know.
I think it hit the outside of the bar. And I believe that they're saying that that's out of bounds by hitting the outside of the bar, even though it bounced back into play, defying the laws of physics.
Now, yeah, I've never really seen that one before. That's a very interesting one. I didn't know if it maybe hit. I didn't know if they were calling maybe a handball or something. I didn't see anything like that of that nature, but good interception here by Worth, and she's going to look for options.
And finds one. Oh.
Goes past everybody. Doesn't stop Richardson from fighting, though.
Maloney guessed wrong on that one. You can see it in her body language. This one's going to be played outside. Nice ball by Summer Steele there. This is Richardson. Ooh. She's just going to misplay it a little bit. It's going to go out of bounds. We're going to get a goal kick to the Mukwonago Indians. We're going to get a substitution for both teams here. Worth is going to get a rest.
Goal kick comes in, but another interception.
Nicely intercepted by Richardson. And she slides that one in through to Mitchell. Mitchell does the right thing in taking the shot. She's just not able to get it on frame.
That was a beautiful ball by Richardson to set up the play by Mitchell, but just got a little bit too much curve. That one just coming off the foot and curving right. But Panthers once again regain the possession.
Nice job by Fulmer there. Now Richardson. Well, good job by Summer Steele finding Richardson. Richardson inside to Ingalls. Ingalls trying to fight for possession and space there, but not able to get it off. But Jalen Jones intercepts, tries to find Moorhoff, but going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Mukwonago Indians.
Yeah, a little bit too quick of a decision there to pass that one, and a little bit too much power as well. This one goes out for another throw.
Nice job there by Steele. And they're going to call only our second direct kick of the game.
Yeah, very interesting call. There was kind of off the ball, but I can see where the ref is coming from there. A little bit of contact, but gives Oregon a free kick, and this one's going to be right back in Mukwonago's half.
Great ball, great pressure. Ricochets, it'll be a goal kick to Mukwonago. The Panthers have been really crisp in this game, Hayden.
Absolutely. They've been quite flawless with a lot of their build-up play. It's really just capitalizing on that build-up. They've had so many opportunities and capitalized on quite a few, but it's a little bit difficult as, you know, a coach when you see your team building all these opportunities. And yes, a lot of them are going in the back of the net, but especially when you get to be playing those much tougher teams, you're going to want to be capitalizing on almost all, if not most of those. Especially when you're putting yourself right in front of the goal, and we've seen a few missed shots right in front of the goal tonight.
That stays in bounds. That was a very tough collision between Kylie Steele and number 10, Stella Kircher. You could hear that collision from up here.
Yeah, that one looked like Steele might have gotten more foot than ball. It's a really unfortunate challenge, especially at this.
See what they look at here, but I think she got her maybe just above the cleats, but where the shin pads don't cover.
Yeah, that's quite a tough one. It's going to be
Cameron Siebert now on for the Indians.
player on their feet, walking without assistance, which is nice to see.
Absolutely. She got quite a hip check on that one, too. Mukwonago coach talking to the center ref saying he wants a foul on that one. I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, it is a very tough play to judge. You could definitely see the contact of feet colliding. I'm guessing this is just going to be a simple restart by kicking it back to the keeper or a drop ball. And it will be.
Referee will instruct Summer Steele on what to do here. You like to see good sportsmanship on these types of restarts.
See an uncontested drop ball here to resume play.
And they will resume. Steele doing the right thing, playing it back, not forward.
Player gets tripped up on the side of the Panthers, and it will be a Panther free kick taken by Summer Steele. She's going to look to drive this one far up the field. Only one defender back besides Steele herself. Everyone upfield for this one, and this one's going to be just inside the 18-yard box.
And it does find its way up. Now Butzik, who's been everywhere tonight. Nice job of getting out of trouble there and finding Fulmer. Fulmer plays it back to Jones. Jones all the way back over to Fulmer. Inside, finds Ingalls. Now Butzik. Plays it out wide. Nice drive. Taking on her defender.
Tried to sneak that one in.
Tried to get a shot off there.
On for the Panthers, number 5, Mackenzie Bijak, number 13.
That was
Andrew
Moorhoff.
Majeski, and number 14,
Moorhoff
Jordan
thinking it's
Smith.
6-0 and wanting a shot on goal, as the defenders don't often get those.
Yeah, we do see that happen at this point in the season when the competition is not going to be nearly as fierce as it will be later. There's a lot of shots coming in from anywhere on the field, and that one coming in from Moorhoff, but this one now going to be with Mitchell over to, I believe that's Majeski.
Majeski is in on the field now. Several new players on the field for the Panthers, including Jordan Steffen, Anna Majeski. I believe we also saw the appearance, I think on the far side, is Sasha Dish has come in on defense. This is Fulmer. Nice feint there by Celia Mitchell. She's going to play out to Dish. Dish has the ball taken away, but referee says that is going to be a little too much contact, and we're going to get a free kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, a lot of these calls have been a little bit lighter as we've gone on that one. Not too much contact as we've seen before, but still Oregon with a free kick here in a pretty threatening area. A lot of players stacking the box.
That ball, that was an absolute strike That I'm not sure even how it didn't get in the back of the net.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know how that didn't go in. Looked like it went off the post, possibly?
I think the keeper maybe got a finger on it, and I think it hit the post, and then it went out of play. But, man, it seemed like it was going in the top corner.
Yeah, that one just kept on traveling. You could see that it was a good ball right as it came off the foot.
Great anticipation by Ingles there. Stefan not able to get her head on it. It's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw into Mukwonago. Good to see Majeski and Stefan in there. Majeski now. Nice job there. Jordan Stefan. Dispossessed, out of play. Throw in, finds Miller. She tries to feed inside. Fulmer able to get her foot on that one. Summer Steele, she's going to play that one across. Nice job by Cameron Lang. Now Lang with the ball. Trying to get through defenders there. Not quite able to get there. Now Ingles plays out wide to Sasha Dish. Just takes a touch. Plays it down the line. That's going to go out of play. That's going to be a throw into the Panthers.
A good possession. You can see the Panthers subbing in a few of the players that are on their alternates here and still having quite a bit of possession.
Yeah, we got very few starters in the game right now. 2 center backs, which is a good idea. You want to keep your center backs in there. It's still at this stage of the game just to maintain composure.
Yeah, you don't want to let up any unnecessary goals at this point in the game with just under 15 minutes remaining in the match. Substitution comes in for Mukwonago.
Ball possessed by Mukwonago briefly. Now taken down. That's Ingles. Ingles does get it over the top and finds Stefan. Stefan takes the touch. Stefan, ball taken off her. Now Sophia Fulmer does a nice job. Ingles, she's just going to take what's being given to her and she's going to play it outside to Lang. Lang, nice touch. She takes a shot. And that is a tremendous opportunity by Cameron Lang.
Yeah, she really took that space that was presented to her and then elected to take a shot, really traveling high and just barely tipped over the top of the crossbar. That's not a bad shot at all.
Absolutely not. Now Summer Steele takes that one away. Mueller, she's going to play it up to Stefan. Stefan should be able to get there first. She's going to try to get that cross, and she does. Mueller trying to play it back into the box. Not able to clear. That's going to go out of bounds. No, it's not. We're going to keep it in play. Cameron Lang, she's challenging. Nice job by the Mukwonago defender to keep that from going out for a corner.
Yeah, it's a great defensive play there. Good play by Cameron Lang as well, keeping that one from going out and keeping it in Oregon's possession for a little bit longer.
This will be a throw-in for Oregon. Dish to Lang. Into Mitchell. Oh, what a great feed. And a tremendous opportunity. Oh, my goodness gracious. It was served up to Anna Majeski on a silver platter to just finish that one, and she blasted over the top of the net.
just bounced up a little bit in front of her, and those are the tough ones. It isn't fully sitting still when you're about to take a shot at it.
But that was another beautiful pass out of the corner, though, to set that up.
Yeah, we've seen so many opportunities this game of Oregon getting these beautiful crosses, and it's just getting that last touch to put in the back of the net. Here we have Ingles driving.
Ingles takes on her defender. She looks to take a shot.
One took a deflection.
Had a weird spin on it. You can see the guard had a little trouble reeling it in initially. I would say that'd been the one thing that I would have been, as great of a first half as they had, I would have been emphasizing that if they get shots on net, somebody's got to be crashing the net because guard had been bobbling so many initial saves.
Yeah, we have seen quite a few balls spilled just out of the keeper's hands, and if Oregon could get some players stacking that area, they really could get quite a few, you could say, rebound goals.
Well, so often when you have like opportunities like that one, it's so easy to just get caught ball watching when you really should be just crashing hard.
Yeah, and we saw that a little bit in the midfield earlier. Oregon going to sub the keeper out here now.
Now at the Panthers, Sasha Dish. And in goal, Layla Schrader.
Layla Schrader, a freshman coming in to get some varsity minutes. You always need to make sure that your backup keeper is staying engaged, because it's really easy to not be when you don't get to see a lot of playing time. But even these minutes are important for that.
Yeah, and you're going to, especially when you have a backup keeper that's a freshman this year, you're going to really have a lot of play time. Not too much play time experience on varsity yet, as Reese McCabe comes off, and this shot just driven a lot of jostling around there.
Mitchell's shot took a deflection. Got to Majeski again, but not able to pull the trigger. This ball is going to be intercepted by Summer Steele. She's going to find its way to Sasha Dish. Dish gets around her defender, takes a nice touch, tries to feed it inside to Majeski. Nice anticipation there by the Mukwonago defender. That's some great fight that we're seeing on that far left side of the field. Was that Jordan Steffen playing left D?
It is. Yeah, we saw her on this near sideline where we see Sasha Dishes now, and Steffen playing defense. It's a great ball by her.
That ball well struck, but not on frame. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. We're going to get 3 more substitutions now for the Panthers.
Olivia Andrus, Brent Niemeyer, and Madeline Mim.
So Mim a junior, Niemeyer a junior, and Olivia Andrus a sophomore, all coming in for the Panthers. Again, seeing varsity minutes for all these underclassmen, trying to show that they're going to maybe be able to reload again next year.
Yeah, and you see, especially with how good the Panthers have been this year, it's always great to see how bright the future can be for them. Not losing too many of their star players.
Summer Steele there to clean up the mess and get it back out to midfield. That's a nice touch by Lang. Lang plays it into the corner. Mukwonago player gets there first, clears it out, throw in Oregon.
Yeah, ball stopped just before it was about to go out. Keeps Oregon in possession deep in Mukwonago's half.
That's going to go off a Mukwonago player again. This throw is going to come from deep in the corner. Nicely played. Slicing through defenders, finding, and a goal is scored. We got a lot of new faces and numbers down here, so we want to make sure that we get this right.
In the 71st minute, Oregon Panther goal scored by number 20, Olivia Andrus.
So that was Olivia Andrus. So Lang from Andrus, Andrus from Lang on the goal.
speaking of those,
fantastic.
yeah, I said speaking of those players that are getting some minutes here to really give them some varsity experience. Not to mention getting a varsity goal. And Oregon just needs one more goal to put this game over before the normal 80 minutes. And this ball is a ball to Britton Niemeyer here.
Niemeyer does a great job of anticipation there. Showing a bit of speed as well. She's a junior. Cameron Lang, a junior. And Olivia Andrus, a sophomore. All getting involved in the action. I've really been impressed with Lang's tenacity and speed, by the way, so far.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of her on that far sideline ever since she came in.
With folks up top like Addison Worth graduating, as well as Olivia Mueller and a couple of others who see significant minutes on this talented team, it's nice to see somebody that's got some speed and some skill waiting in the wings for next year.
Absolutely, and we see that not too often for a lot of the other teams in the state, and that's what makes Oregon good year after year is they keep getting this influx of talent through the youth systems, and they also are able to play a lot of their unexperienced varsity players during the off season when they're playing teams that they have a pretty good lead against, and so really gives them a lot of experience. Here we have Lang driving down the sideline.
Lang again, right there, showing off her quickness, her skill. She's got some speed. Able to get there and able to get the cross in.
It's great play by Lang all by herself. Looked like she might have had some options, but the cross she put in wasn't quite near the top of the 18-yard box.
No, fighting for position. Absolutely. I'm not sure in what world that's not a foul, Hayden. Sometimes you have to just call it out.
That one is called.
This one is called, but that previous one, there was blatant arm extension.
This
is not football. You cannot Heisman.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot do that here in soccer, and it was very interesting that wasn't a call. I wonder if ref didn't quite see it as well as we did. We do have quite a good view from over here, but
I get the intention occasionally to swallow the whistle in it with a 7-0 lead. Definitely a thing that a lot of refs prefer to do, but sometimes when it's that blatant.
Yeah, you sometimes have to call those. You can't let them go. And
you got a good 7 minutes left in this game. It can really get dangerous for players if you let those go, because then the opposing team that's down can sometimes feel emboldened to maybe start doing some things that aren't good for the game. Not suggesting Mukwonago would. It's just some things that can happen in certain situations.
Ball played back. Jalen Jones still in for the Panthers, one of their starters.
And Coach Mitchell is showing Mukwonago the respect they deserve by keeping Jones and Summer Steele in right now, even at this stage of the game. Because Mukwonago has been they're down 7-0, but I felt like they've been a very organized team.
Yeah, they've had quite a few counterattacking opportunities as well. It's not just been all Oregon. And so you never want to act like, this is going to be a good shot coming in.
Love that play. Fed it into Majeski. Majeski turns and just unselfishly puts it in the perfect spot. And then I believe that was Mim came in on that ball and was able to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it was actually Niemeyer, I believe, with that one.
Oh, was it Niemeyer?
Yeah, number 11 sending that one just a little bit over and could have ended the game right then and there, but gameplay continues.
Some of these newer players like Mim and Niemeyer, they are, again, that's another one where I felt like maybe the whistle could have been blown, this time against the Panthers, as she came over the top of the defender. But who am I to say? I love it when refs let the kids play.
Yeah, I know you love your hockey with a lot of contact. And soccer, you let them play. Sometimes refs love to do that. They like to let them play. Niemeyer here with the ball, sending this one over to Mim.
Mim now looking to get it inside. She tried to pull the trigger, but the defender got a piece of it. This one comes back. Jalen Jones looks to stick, but misses the stick. But she recovers nicely. Got a little disorganized there on that one, did Steele and Jones. That Mukwonago player, I think she got a little impatient, maybe because she didn't have a lot of support yet up there, and so she decided to pull the trigger, hits the side of the net. That's going to be a goal kick for the Panthers. We do get another substitution.
Number 4, Ella Chitwood. For the Panthers, Olivia Miller.
Olivia Miller back in for the Panthers. Steele to take this goal kick. 5 minutes left in the half. Finds its way towards midfield. Sasha Dish does a nice job of getting that one off the foot. And nice job by Niemeyer. She busts through. She gets a touch. Puts it all the way through. This is going to go out of bounds. The referee's going to say it went off of Niemeyer last time. We're going to get a goal kick.
Yeah, you could see it did just barely touch her leg right before it went out of play. And Niemeyer did a great job keeping that ball in stride there, but
absolutely, that ball brought down, ricocheting around, but we're going to get a throw in for the Panthers. Fulmer plays it into Mim. Mim not able to get through the defender. Nice shoulder there by Summer Steele. Mim now playing with some tenacity. Nice anticipation there by Niemeyer. Now Majeski, she fights to win that ball. That ball is going to get crossed over. Sasha Dish. Dangerous opportunity.
That was a close one. Stefan put in a pretty nice ball. I don't know if Dish saw it in time, but she was having a pretty good angle on that one to run into it.
Absolutely. Now we'll go on and go. Keeps possession. Makes its way into midfield. It's number 26. Who I don't think we have a number for our roster. Apologize to you at home, hoping to know who that was. They do not have a 26 on the roster.
Yeah, we do see that sometimes. It's a little bit tough with the newer players coming on, and Miller on the ball.
Happens a lot as JV players get brought up for these playoff runs.
There's
And
going to be a yellow coming in.
they are going to get a yellow. And this is what I was referring to earlier, is if the referees sometimes don't make some of those calls, things can just get out of hand, and then you end up getting some of these yellows and whatnot, and neither team wants that ultimately.
Yeah, we just saw a little bit too much contact, especially because it was from behind, off the ball as well, and it's very dangerous to have a player fall down when getting tripped from behind, and so that's always going to be a yellow.
So well done by the ref to make sure that things don't get out of hand by issuing that yellow, because we do still have about 4 minutes left in this game and want everybody healthy. Rather 2 minutes. This ball looking to be served in. Steele. The way she struck that ball, I think she was trying to hit net.
Yeah, possibly. We did see her hit one from quite a few yards out in the La Follette game, if you remember that one.
Absolutely.
So, wondering if she's just trying to repeat that. That one's a pretty tough angle to shoot from, though.
Nice header there by Niemeyer. Great little ball there by Majeski. She gets through. She puts in a pass. That was a great pass. Jordan Steffen, she was there to finish, but puts it into guards awaiting arms. But I love that play.
Yeah, it was a great centering ball to set up Steffen there, and just need to get a little bit more angle on that shot. They got a good job of getting the first touch, but accuracy was a little bit not at least not enough in the corner.
1 minute remaining in the match.
1 minute left. That's a great turn by Mim.
Absolutely. This ball is going to find its way to Dish. Dish immediately into Majeski. Majeski tries to stay with it. You're not gonna get a call at this stage of this game.
Yeah, most likely not. Dying moment to the game. It's really just letting him play that one. Ref also leaving that one.
30 seconds left, 7-0. He wants this game over.
Yeah, no reason to really stop play here. The outcome's all but decided, and really just let the clock expire.
I think they're going to – that goes out for a corner, but I don't think they're going to even get the corner off.
10 seconds left.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will end the game. Your Oregon Panthers have won 7-0 over the Mukwonago Indians. And
we played here at Huntoon Field next Thursday night. Kickoff at 7 p.m.
that makes the Oregon Panthers regional champions. They will go on to the sectional semifinals next with that win of 7-0 over the Indians. We do want to take this opportunity quick to thank our sponsors one more time. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. One Community Bank, feel good banking. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, helping youth thrive. Visit us at OregonAreaCares.org. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Panther Exteriors. Stoughton Health, and Wisco Industries, your trusted neighbors for generations. These sponsors make these Panther broadcasts happen. As I mentioned before, if you'd like to become a supporter of these broadcasts and others like that, you can let us know by contacting Paul at OCAmedia.com for more information. We do hope that you have been enjoying these exclusive broadcasts of Panther Sports on OCA Media. So let your customers and friends know that you care about their community. Again, contact Paul at OCAmedia.com for more information. Hayden, as we wrap up tonight's event, the Oregon Panthers do win 7-0. They are regional champs. Tell us a little bit more about the game and when we play next.
Yeah, so the Panthers playing quite well today, as you could see. Getting that 7-0 win, playing the entire match today instead of being able to get that mercy rule like they did against Fall in the regional semifinal game. Picking up that plaque once again, as it is quite a few years in a row now that they have won that regional plaque. Playing, as I said, quite well, capitalizing on a lot of their opportunities. They had quite a few more than it shows on the scoreboard, but that's all that matters at the end of the day is the result, and the Panthers delivered here today to move on to the sectional semifinal. They will be playing the Wanakee Warriors, who upset the number 4 seed in Verona. Panthers beat Verona 2-0 in the season, which would have been a nice play if they got to play them again, but Wanakee also a very good team. They will be playing Wanakee at home Thursday, June 12th, and we will see you at that game.
Absolutely. For Hayden Lohrentz, I'm Jeff Rohrer, and we do want to thank our camera person tonight, Leah, who did a fantastic job. We thank you for watching this and all OCAmedia.com broadcasts. We will see you at the next game.